Okay, let's begin the briefing. Operator Eugene Solano, I'll be keeping you up to date. We've got news that an invading LASAP squadron has just taken off from the Puna Plains, en route for an attack on our position, Aubrey Base. From their perspective, this attack is the final nail in our collective coffin. After all, this is the only base that hasn't fallen under their control. I guess we can consider ourselves lucky. It looks like the enemy has gotten a little overconfident and sent only a small attack force. Griffith Squadron, prepare for launch immediately. Fly around the mountains and avoid enemy radar. Oh, I forgot. The enemy squadron consists mainly of bombers supported by several fighters. Please protect this base and destroy the enemy bombers. If everything goes well, we should be able to get the upper hand on the enemy in this area. All right, please prepare for launch. Let's pay back the LASAP forces with at least one defeat. One final thing. During combat, my codename will be Crux. I will keep you up to date on the battle situation, so please pay attention to your radio.
Listen up, Martinez Security M42 Squadron. This is your company leader, Frederick Burford. Here's your briefing for the upcoming mission. It's a joint military show with the 7th Fleet and SDF in the Pacific near the Midway Islands. Martinez Security has been given special permission to take part in this military exhibition. This is almost unheard of for a private military company, which speaks well of our reputation. But I don't intend on being satisfied with just that. Show them exactly how good we are. We also have a new pilot joining the M42, call sign Antares. They say he's a great pilot with military background. I hope we can put his skills to good use. That's all. Prepare to deploy.
Antares Squadron, launch.
Crux to Griffith Squadron. Maintain your present course. Do you see the enemy formation on your radar? Read it loud and clear. We're coming up on the enemy from behind, just like we planned. You can let the escorts go. Just make sure you take out all bombers.
We'll show them what we got. After all, we're really pilots. Isn't that right, Captain?
Excuse me, Griffith 2. Please use
Call sign on Terrace. Do you copy? This is Burford of AWACS Canopus. This will be the first time we'll be working with you, so I'm eager to see what you've got.
Greetings, Antares. I'll be your mission operator, Graham Hartley. Good to have you with us. It's an honor to be able to work with you. Let's get you started, shall we? You'll be up against 5 UAVs. I heard about your reputation back at the Air Force. Pretty impressive at such a young age.
Hey,
Captain Clemani, sir.
mission briefs are supposed to be brief. How much hand-holding do we need to do?
Easy there, Roger 1.
Enough talk. Let's go.
Let's start with the basics. Lock onto a bandit and destroy it with a missile. Now fire missile.
Bandit down.
On to the next.
You may want to ease off the throttle.
All bandit confirmed.
Bandit in firing range.
UAV down. Let's see what we have next.
Yo, Antares, nice flying there. I'm Daniel Aruma of the Rigel Squadron. Pleased to meet you.
Of course the opera's good. Think about his background.
That was Farid Gaviria. He can be annoying, but he's got skills.
Alright, you'll now be up against multiple bandits. However, you're level TTT on your site.
Calm down. Good work. Let's proceed to the next phase.
Took you long enough, Antares?
Hey now, Toya. No need to get into space.
Lieutenant Kiryakov, this is a mission like any other.
Understood.
Bandit has entered combat zone. It's currently outside of radar detection. Switch radar to combat airspace.
Enemy disabled. Antares, radar switched.
Target has excellent mobility. Standard missiles won't work for this one. Switch weapons and use QAAMs to chase the bandit down. Impressive, Antares. Next, we're scheduled for a joint training session with the 7th Fleet and Self-Defense Forces.
Burford, to the east.
Huh? What's that?
No response on ISS. Bogies incoming. Possibly hostile.
To all airborne M42 units, we've got company. Unidentified armed forces have entered our airspace. Their main force is heading west, but a number of them are engaging our allies here. We've ID'd these bogies as bandits. 7th Fleet has asked us to eliminate them. Shoot down all unknown aircraft.
Hey, rookie, don't slow us down now. Let's go.
What's the status report on our main squad? Let's finish this and rendezvous. No enemies in sight.
All bandits down. Good work. The 7th Fleet and Self-Defense Forces have not taken substantial damage either. And Terrace, you did good out there. We're grateful to have you on our team. But just where did those bandits come from?
Colonel, incoming transmission.
What? We just received word from the 7th Fleet. The bandits are heading towards Japan. They're planning on hitting Tokyo. We need to rendezvous with the 7th Fleet and help defend the capital.
Yeah! Take that! Baked every last one of them. Didn't even break a sweat. Next one, what do you say we head to the capital and take her back right now?
The mission was a success. The destruction of the enemy bombers will help keep an enemy invasion of Aubrey Base at bay. However, we also suffered serious losses. There's no way anyone could ever call this mission a success. I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything to save them. So that's the super weapon LASAP used to take over all of Aurelia in only 10 days. Who could have imagined that they possessed such destructive power?
Things took a nasty turn for your first mission, but you handled yourself well. Both Rigel and Antera Squadron, good work. However, hostiles are headed for Tokyo. We can't rest on our laurels here.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers.
The emblem of the Southern Cross. It was on that very day that the aircraft bearing the mark of the Southern Hemisphere brought about the defeat of Laysath forces. But the story barely made the news, and the army showed no apparent reaction. Almost nightly, Laysath's commanding officer, Diego Gaspar Navarro, plays host to grand banquets within Gaia's Tower. This evening, he is once again proudly trumpeting the glory of his airborne fortress. I've heard the speech so many times, it feels like I wrote it, which in a way is a good thing, because it lets me concentrate on enjoying the food instead. As I gazed out the window at the night sky, I felt as if even the phases of the moon were somehow at odds with those of the Northern Hemisphere. The words of a fellow reporter, who fancied himself a connoisseur of fine wine, really got me thinking about the price of the glass of wine in my hand. One glass of it is roughly equivalent to several years of a Laysathian citizen's salary. Haven't the long years of civil war left Laysath an impoverished and war-torn nation? Whatever the case, much is unclear about the flow of money in Laysath. Ever since I arrived here, I've only covered stories the military had approved. However, this particular mystery just might be worth investigating on my own. The idea was nothing more than the product of an idle mind. At least at the time.
Secured the target and are commencing extraction. Good job! All right, now just get out of there! This is the Naiad. Hull breached. We've struck a mine. Naiad, are you all right? What's the damage report? The diving control system and rudder are out. Controls are barely responding. We're surfacing. The Naiad has surfaced.
What do you think we should just sit here while we go down fleeing? We just need to aim the shot cannon at the Southern Cross. I can't. The Glacier will be torn apart. Out of my way. Get your hands off me! We're gonna die anyway! What? That mammoth thing has turned completely upside down! They're going to fire the shot cannon? They plan to fire it like that? Crap! Dive now! Hurry!
The shot cannon has been destroyed! Engine 1, Engine 2, Engine 3! All engines are down! We can't maintain altitude! Did we do it? Did we stop the Gleipnir? I told them the Gleipnir wasn't ready for action! Damn base command! So, this is the end then. The Gleipnir. All of our dreams for retribution. The airborne fortress is falling! The Gleipnir is crashing!
Unthinkable! The chatter of the nightly parties fell into silence. In place of the sumptuous banquet, weapons to protect the capital were rolled in. Griswold is in turmoil over the shocking news, but who would have thought that underneath the chaos lay an even greater story? Aurelia's exploitation of Laysath was all a ruse. In fact, Aurelia had been Laysath's largest benefactor in aid. The truth remained hidden from the public, while any aid meant for food was spent on arms. Why did this happen? Why was a lavish party held to boast the performance of their newest weapon? The trail of money surrounding Diego Navarro would lead me to the answer. Diego Navarro is not only Laysath's commanding officer, but also controls their arms industry. He has used continued conflict as a means to amass an enormous fortune. This war was conceived as a replacement for the Civil War to further increase arms sales. I can't help but wonder how much of this truth the soldiers risking their lives for Laysath really know. The classified documents contained much more than just information on the airborne fortress. The transfer of financial revenue and commodities were also recorded in great detail. What does all of this have to do with Laysath's commanding officer Diego Navarro? Even after all that's happened, why does he still seem so naturally at ease? I've unwittingly found myself fearing for the safety of the Southern Cross.
Have stopped. The sky's calm. Have we been saved? Civilian forces, can you hear me? We took out the missiles. Stand by. A relief squad is on its way. Follow their orders. The Southern Cross has done it. I knew he would come to the rescue. The Southern Cross! It's a good thing we were able to take the Mezen cannon out of commission. Southern Cross, we'll handle the rest. We'll rebuild her into a shining city once more. I tell you, they sure know how to stir people up. In any case, we finally managed to take back Griswold.
With each passing day, news of new Aurelian victories came pouring in. The Southern Cross's actions spurred the surviving Aurelian troops to battle. Commanding Officer Diego Navarro has retreated and is currently being pursued by Special Forces. No one would have guessed that a ragtag band of soldiers smaller than a single unit could have put up such fierce resistance. December 10th, several days after the liberation of Griswold, I made my way towards one of the many cities busy recovering from the ravages of the war. Despite my usual misgivings, I could feel myself getting excited at the prospect of meeting the Southern Cross. But when I reached the base, I saw his emblem already gleaming in the skies above. I had heard that today was their first break in a while, but something must have changed that. I merely watched as the jet's contrail stretched far off into the distant sky. Suddenly, I was overcome by a strong sense of dread. The misappropriated financial and material resources were on a scale much greater than the airborne fortress alone could account for. Would the weapon at Griswold prove to be the missing piece to the puzzle?
This is Otis 1. Navarro is escaping towards Sentry Island. Hey, where he's headed, there's some kind of strange complex. It looks like we've hit the jackpot. Letting Navarro run was a good idea after all. Otis 1 to base command. I've spotted a suspicious structure on Sentry Island. It appears to be some type of military complex. Commencing recon. Wait a minute. Did you just see something on radar? Otis 2, negative. I can't see anything. Huh. I must be seeing things. What? Missile alert! Where's the camera?
As I wrote down the words that would reveal the truth to the world, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. It said that the only true winners in any war are those who achieve what they intended. Diego Navarro had left Aurelia's capital in defeat, yet his goal of increasing arms exports had been achieved. It seemed as though he may be the true victor in this war. After returning to his homeland, it appears that he now plans to unveil the ultimate weapon before his countrymen. Satellite images of the Archelon fortress will provide the backdrop for his speech to the world. Such audacity must come from his confidence in this ultimate weapon, Fenrir. There's no such thing as a foolproof plan, I whispered to myself as I watched the sun slowly wheel across the sky overhead. Even the country's hero, still in the heat of battle, hadn't returned home for the celebration of victory. The Southern Cross will ensure Navarro's plan ends in failure. Ain't that right?
Aircraft, this is likely to be our final sortie. Our mission will be to wipe Fenrir and its production facility, Archelon Fortress, off the map. That's right. The war ends here. Don't be able to rest until we take out Navarro. What's that light? Watch out! Fenrir's equipped with a special weapon. Damn it! The light keeps following me. What the hell is this? Aquila 1 suddenly burst into flames. Crap! Scatter now! There it is! Fenrir! The destruction of Fenrir is the only thing that's going to end this war. All right, bring it on.
In 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Cannon firing!
The fortress has really been destroyed. He was able to fly his way through those shockwaves. Incredible. You've done it, Griffiths 1. I knew our ace could do it. That's the Southern Cross for you. He certainly is. He's Aurelia's hero after all. Crux to Griffiths 1. That was a little too risky, sir. It made me nervous just watching you. It wouldn't feel like a victory if you weren't there to celebrate it with us, sir. When you think about it, you can't help but feel sorry for Laysat's soldiers. They were nothing but pawns in Navarro's sick game. Well, it's finally over, isn't it? Let's head home. To Aurelia.
Archelon and Diego Navarro's beloved weapon Fenrir were ripped by explosions and engulfed in flames. While these images flashed on the screen, the eyes of the press watched as the enraged citizens of Lesath stormed in on Commanding Officer Diego Navarro. When the rage of the thousands had finally subsided, it is said that there was nothing left but the shattered remains of Fenrir. It's ironic that the stage for the unveiling of his greatest triumph would be his ultimate undoing. When it was all over, I tried to get an interview with the Southern Cross, only to find that he had already returned to Cape Aubrey.
He said he's never really liked hot weather.
Eugene Solano, the young radio operator, answered sheepishly. Peace had returned to Griswold, and it was now covered in the colors of the Christmas season. I went ahead and bought myself a figure of Santa, the kind that I could only find here.
Albert, I thought you couldn't stand the Southern Hemisphere.
A fellow reporter said to me as he saw the Santa figure, a memento of this Southern Hemisphere of backward seasons. I like the design, I said as I embarrassingly showed it to him. It bore the emblem of the Southern Cross.
This is likely to be our final sortie. Unlike you, fighting on the front lines, I stay behind and watch the battle through my monitor. I'm in no position to ask anything from you, but please allow me this one request. End this war and come back home to Aurelia. That is all.
This is Kilo 1. Roger that. We need to make certain that nothing like this ever happens again. Isn't that right, Southern Cross?
Our lives are in your hands, Southern Cross. Lead the way. Griffiths 1! Griffiths 1! Come in! Sir! There he is! Griffiths 1! Unbelievable. He destroyed that entire fortress. He did it! Yeah! That's our ace. If the door hadn't closed, I could have been the one to destroy the fortress. Give me a break. Like there's any way you could have made it through there. Whatever. Thrust to Griffiths 1. Good to see you're all right. I thought for a second you were caught in the explosion. Our victory wouldn't be a celebration without you, sir. When you think about it, you can't help but feel sorry for Lesath soldiers. They were nothing but pawns in Navarro's sick game. Well, it's finally over, isn't it? Let's head home. To Aurelia.
By the time the images of the exploding Archelon Fortress and Fenrir faded from the stadium screen, Lesath's commanding officer, Diego Navarro, had long since disappeared. With the true motives behind the war made public and his subsequent failure to regain power, Diego Navarro fled from Lesath. Although there is no more reason to fight, surviving Lesath soldiers continue to put up pockets of resistance across Aurelia. With their leader and direction lost, it's difficult to imagine them ever being victorious. Surrendering units have started to appear, and even I have the feeling that my story on the end of this war isn't far off. Still, with all the coverage of the war's closure, my work here is still not finished. Since I'll be here a while, chasing after that story on the Southern Cross doesn't sound half bad.
there's something I want to talk about, the next game that I was going to record in these Ace Combat playthroughs, which is Ace Combat Joint Assault. I was going to record a playthrough of that, like I said, I already had planned everything, but just the other day I was reminded of something with Joint Assault, more specifically the music of Joint Assault, and there is a problem with it because of copyright when it comes to YouTube. So some of the music of Joint Assault was composed by Inozur, and that music is copyright protected, as in if you upload that music on YouTube, whether it's a gameplay video that plays the music, the video gets copyright claimed, which means that all revenue goes to the owner of the music. Which normally it isn't a problem to have a claim on YouTube, a video with a copyright claim, but it could lead to something bad, you know. Especially given how copyright stuff like changes all the time, and the way YouTube enforces that also changes all the time, you know. And it is something that I don't want to take a risk on. My channel, especially my channel, already lives on the edge too much of copyright, you know, because of all these combat music videos that I have in here, and it's something that I just don't want to take the risk on, you know. I just don't think it's worth right now, especially given that I will retire this channel later. I don't want to leave this possible problem in the open like this. And sure, I could just edit it out, you know. I could take the music where it plays and just take it off while editing the video and replace it with other Ace Combat music and all. But I would have to find out where the music plays, you know, which music he composed for the game, where it plays, and take it out. And the time it would take to do that is just something that I'm not willing to give right now. It's not something I want to take the effort into.
someone's inside combat airspace.
Roger.
Roger that. They said the enemy is you know who.
That does not matter. We just have to take them down.
Rigel Squad.
Fight at full force. Time's up.
Altitude now. A schedule of 3,200.
Salvation!
Captain, let's take them out for good this time.
Definitely. But you, just try not to be the one that holds us back.
Remember, the Red Scorpion is mine. Men, make the most of your new aircrafts. Varkolux Squadron, let's head out.
Well, Captain, things don't look good. Let's fall back.
Aruma, are you serious?
Varkolux Squadron, retreat.
What?
Burford, you have trained some excellent pilots. However, they won't be so lucky next time. Let's see if you have what it takes to become a hero.
Captain! Captain! Where did you go like that?
In space.
The PMC? All crew.
Warning. The enemy's locked onto you. Caution. Hold up.
It's all over. Our work here is done. Let's go home, Antares.
it's not something I want to take the effort into. And Joint Assault, the game, I never really enjoyed that game too much. You know, there's very few little things about Joint Assault that I like, even though I played the game on release and replayed a few times in the past, but it's just a game, an Ace Combat game, that I don't feel like doing a playthrough of it. You know, it's just, it would not be fun for me. It would be very, very little fun to me, and making that a video and a playthrough, it certainly would not be fun for you to watch it either, you know. So I decided, you know, instead of going through this hassle that's definitely not even worth to do, I'm just going to skip Joint Assault and go straight into Ace Combat Assault Horizon. That is it.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Altitude restriction is lifted.